Hi guys, I'm Loka Happy and today we're gonna go apartment hunting. Let's go. So the situation and the reason why I had to move
Why are you laughing?
I'm being kicked out.
The situation and the reason why we have to move is complicated. But it's fine. So I had to look for a new place in a week, and that was a little bit stressful because I think in that 1 week I had something that I was supposed to do. Oh, I was supposed to go home. Yes, I was supposed to go home to see grandma for her birthday, and so I was really stressful because I was trying to find a new place in that 1 week. So I was just running around like a headless chicken.
Didn't you have like casting and stuff also?
Yeah, and I also had casting, going to see grandma, having to move out, having to find a place. I'm not really a real estate agent, but the renting scene, I think in Bangkok, it's not as hard to get places because there's so many apartments, like new apartments that are coming up, and a lot of like transportation systems are being expanded. So it's like so easy to find a place that is accessible in the city and for a really good price. So where to start? So I think the first question that you have to ask is what you're looking for. Are you looking for like a studio? Are you looking for like a 1-bedroom? Is it like for a whole family? Do you have like a dog, a cat, a chicken, a cow, a donkey, and a snake? And also what your budget is, I think is really important, because I mean if you have a big budget then you don't really have to worry. You're just like... And then also I think the next important part is like your needs. Do you want it to be quiet? Or are you like a city kind of person? Do you want to be around people? You don't mind the noise? In our old place, we're like right near the motorway and where the BTS is. So we hear like motorway, we hear like ambulance, we hear like the sounds of everything. So I think that can also like, you know, disturb your quality of life. But again, if you don't mind, then it's okay. And especially like when we're filming, it has to be a bit quiet. Also depending like on your lifestyle, I think it's also important like to take into consideration transportation. Is it accessible to you? Do you have like a wind motorcycle like coming in and out of your area? Is it close to the BTS, MRT, or some kind of like transportation so that you can go places to places easily? Or if you have a car, then I guess it doesn't really matter. So I kind of drew like a rough sketch of Bangkok. It's a really rough sketch, basically where like the city is. And I would say, when I say city, I mean like places like Asok, I mean like places like Siam, like this area, like Ikamai, Tonglo. I would consider that like the hub. Anywhere else is kind of like the outskirts of the city. So we have things like Bingla, we have things like near towards like Pathum Thani, like Chatuchak area, and then we have places like closer to the airport, and then we have like places going down to Samut Prakan. Depending on where you live or what your needs are, then you can kind of pinpoint like, okay, this is kind of the area I roughly want to be around. And that will also kind of determine your budget. Like if you're inside the city, the pricing would be around like 10k to 20k if we're looking for like a 1-bedroom kind of studio situation. If you're in the city, it's obviously going to be more expensive. But if you start to go like outside, like if you start to go towards like the outskirts, I would say the pricing would be around 6,500 to like 10,000 area for like a 1-bedroom. Sometimes you can actually also get a 2-bedroom for like 10,000, which is a deal. Something that I was really looking for is something cozy.
And also you were looking for like clean apartments, somewhere like nice.
Yeah, cozy near the train, 1-bedroom, good lighting, and also the budget, which was very important. My roommate and I discussed this because
We broke.
because we're broke. So our budget was around 13k. So some website that I think I found really useful and that I use was Hip Flat. It's really nice, but they don't really update a lot. So I had a lot of problem with finding like old listings, and then I would send a message to the line people, and then they'll be like, "This is not available. It hasn't been available for like 2 years."
I think they posted and forgot to take it out.
So Hip Flat, up your game, up your game. But they do have a lot of nice listings. I think their listings are more like hip or like cool. And then the other two are Rent Hub, Property Hub. And I actually really like Rent Hub and Property Hub because what you can do is you can narrow your search. So let's say like you're trying to find a place in Asok to like Ikamai. So you can like select the BTS outline and then they will show all the listings or all the properties that are in that area. So I think that's pretty cool. And you can also like put a lot of filters like allows animals or what facilities you're also looking for. And then the last one that I was looking at is DD Property. I think DD Property and Rent Hub, these two have the best updating of their listing. They will tell you if something is already rented out and they will update you like quite frequently, which is also really nice. I did find actually a problem with that because while I was trying to find Ollie's apartment in like, I don't know, 3 working days, most of the agencies that I contacted would be like, oh, this is already rented out 2 hours ago. Somebody already rented that out. Like that duplex I sent you, remember? So pretty, gorgeous, amazing, rented out. And they put the listing 15 minutes and it was gone.
Really?
Yeah. Now let the apartment hunt begin.
ต้องเราทางเจ้าของติดต่อเองเลยนะคะแต่ว่าเท่าที่ดูจากโพสต์อะค่ะที่เขาลิสต์ไว้ตั้ง2 ปีกว่าแล้วอะค่ะมันก็เป็นไปได้ว่ามันอาจจะไม่ว่างนะคะเพราะเป็นลิสติ้งเก่า
โอเคค่ะ
The last place we were in had huge pools, okay? Huge pool, the facility was great. Naturally, I gravitated to like the same project because we already really like the facility. So there's kind of, it would be easier as well because during that time, I was the only one there. So that meant that I had to move all the stuff.
Move slowly.
Yeah, move slowly, like bit by bit. The 3 places that I went, so this guy, he's like, yeah, like I have a lot of places for you. I have 3 places, I can bring you there. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I went downstairs. He is like a Chinese agent who is there. And if you know anything about Thailand, it's kind of illegal to have an Airbnb in Thailand as of now. Yeah, and there's like a big sign in the apartment that says like, this is not a hotel. And you will be fined if you have tourists coming in. I would say the first one was very rundown. It was like not good. Like I went in, the floors were lifted. I went in and I kind of just knew. I was like, this is like a daily rent out kind of place. There was like a chair on the balcony. I'm like, why is there a chair on the balcony? Like it was like a gaming chair that was broken. And he was like, yeah, like just nobody really lives here. And I was like, oh, I see. And he was like, if you really like this, I can give you like a really good price. If you move in today, I can go from like 13 to 10,000 if you sign the contract today. And I was like, no, thank you. It looked really, really nice in the photo. I was like, wow. It could be very rustic. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, okay, like there's like furniture already, cabinets and stuff. So I was like, okay, I think this could be a vibe. I went in and I kid you not, every drawer was filled with just like papers and books, things from people that have been like accumulated. And I'm just like, do you think I can, like if I do get this place, can I take some of the things out? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with like, you know what I mean? Like I have other things as well. The last place, okay? Okay, there was like a chair, the chair is here, and then the sofa is here. And I was like, why is this chair doing here? Because the chair is supposed to be in the kitchen section. Looked at the chair behind, there were scratches all over the sofa. And obviously you're like, what's the big deal, Christina? Okay, like you're not supposed to have cats in that condo. And so the guy's like, oh yeah, like the previous owner had a cat. And I was like, oh, I thought you're not supposed to have animals. But there were scratches everywhere. There's scratches on the sofa, scratches on the headboard, scratches literally like everywhere. Like I'm sorry, like I know I need to move out ASAP, but those rooms, you can get like 1 bedroom, which is like really nice in like this area. But guys, these rooms have looked like they've been through it. I'm suspecting that they're those kind of like Airbnb rooms where they let out to like tourists. You're trying to like cheat me. Like don't try to be cheating me, okay? I take back of not being picky. I have to be picky, okay? I know my money's worth and this is not it. Now we move on to the next complex. I'm so emotionally traumatized right now, and it's been crazy. And don't look at my laundry basket. I'm literally gonna have another nervous breakdown. While I look at the place, I'm gonna be like crying and be like, "Your place is so beautiful." I'm literally crying. Got it, Christina. You got it. I found this complex, and the reason I really liked this complex was because there was 2 bedrooms. I was like, this would be good because one bedroom would be like for sleeping and the other bedroom would be like for filming, and there was like good lighting, and I was like, First impression was like, okay, it's not bad, but it felt a little bit too
Congested.
yeah, like congested, a little bit too cramped because there's like 2 rooms and then there's like a little kitchen. Like 2 people can't go in the toilet, but it was very quiet, which I liked because the view was the banana plantation. And then there was another listing in that same project as well where I couldn't film because someone was living in there still. Maybe her lease was ending, so I guess he wanted someone to go in like right away. But it's hard to see a space when someone else is living in the space, and so like all of her things were there, so it was really hard to imagine what it would be like. But then it was also good because it gave you an idea of like, oh, if I did have all these things, this would be how it looked like. And it was very, very cramped and packed. It's also important, okay, if you meet the owner, because most of the time the owners are there. Sometimes they're not, but I just did not vibe with the owner as well. I was like, oh, So the next place that I found that I actually didn't go to, which I feel like is so worth mentioning because I thought I was gonna, I was like, oh my god, I really like this. I really thought I was gonna move in there. For most of these ones, what I did was I checked Google review, okay? Google review is so important because people complain on there. And that's where you get the real tea. That's where you're like, this apartment sucks. No, because they really do that. They go and they comment and they're like, this apartment sucks. I spilled my coffee and I was charged 500 baht for spilling coffee on the floor by accident. I don't want to be caught in that drama. Fit check. I'm wearing all black because that's how I feel inside. Dead. Absorbs everything. A black hole. A vacuum. And I think I'm slightly late, but hey, we go by Thai time, don't we? Time is a social construct. Ow, my knees. I'm so old. Wow. Also, don't you like my new kicks? The soles are yellow. Ooh, that looks like poop. Sometimes I just want to be a mysterious woman, but I realize I'm not. I'm a very unmysterious woman. Maybe I should be a bit more mysterious. Hi, I'm Christina. Have I had breakfast? I guess we'll never know. I need to go. I don't have time for that. And then I went to another complex. There was like a little partition, like the balcony served as a little room. So I was like, oh, maybe I can like film there. But then in all of the ones that I went to, it was all loud because it was like right in front of like the BTS. And so you would always hear the BTS running. Also, the facilities were really old. Okay, the last place I went to, the lady previously as well was renting it out to people, but when I came, I was really impressed. I was like, whoa, I think this is the place. Because I came in and it was so nice and bright. The AC was cold. It just felt clean. It felt like comfortable. And it felt like cozy. There wasn't too many decorations that were unneeded. And it was also very quiet. And also the greenest flag. The greenest flag is the green walls. Okay? I was like, green walls. The place was so clean, so well maintained. I was really impressed. I was like, whoa. I told the lady straight out, I was like, wow, this place, you're like, it's really clean and like very well maintained. And she's like, oh yeah, like, we come in every week to make sure like the floor is clean. The fridge was nice and big. That's another thing that I was looking for. Like I didn't want like those, you know, like the hotel fridge. I didn't want that because I want like some real freezer. And then like the ice gets all stuck in there. I'm talking about, right? And then you have to go. And there were so many storages, like storages for shoes, storages for food. But the one that really sold me was the storage for my skincare and my makeup. This is my dream, my wildest dreams have come true. Out of all of them, and with the time limitation, I think I made the right choice. And so I moved out, and I asked my sister, okay? Thank God for my sister. Alright, because we moved, I didn't think I had a lot of stuff. Like, I thought I had a little bit. I thought I was like, oh, it wasn't that much. I thought like, okay, just clothes. No, I had a lot of stuff. Anyway, so we moved out. The guard ended up not liking me because I forgot to bring the trolley for a whole day. He was like, and I was like, and he was like, and I was like,
Where did you leave the
I
toilet?
was here. Came up, I took it down. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And so we moved into this place, the green walls, as you can tell. Ta-da! And that concludes my apartment hunt video. I hope you found something that was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, and I hope you found something useful. And if you are moving, best of luck. And that's all for this week's video. I will see you guys next week. Bye! I nearly died because I put too much toilet cleaner, and even my sister was like, you should get out of there. I put too much, what is it called? Toilet cleaner. It was not hee hee ha ha because it started to stink so bad. My lung capacity has decreased by 20%. It still smells, so I opened water so that it can, I don't know, dilute it, and then I'll be back to cleaning the toilet. Don't be like me, just put a little bit, okay?